welcome to the show. Today, allowed to talk, and it looks like my dog wants to talk. What do you want to say? Do you have something to tell us today? Do you? Do you want Dad to come home? Do you want him to come home? You love your dad so much, don't you? Yes, you do. Let me sit down and talk to the people on the show today. How are you doing, everybody? Today, I want to talk about what sells on any show, I guess. There's always good family shows you can watch on YouTube, and about the parks, about Disney World, Disneyland in California, Disney World in Florida, the Disney parks around the whole world, I guess Paris. There's even one in China, I think, and Japan. I don't know the cities. I can't remember the cities, but I watched a lot of videos about the parks. My dog wants to hold my hand. I love you too. Yes. So what sells on any, what do you call it now? This, like, it's about you, you're vlogging, you're giving content to people. It's sex. Sex sells. Because I saw just on the news today, this couple is going to be on popular psychiatric or psychologist, he's a psychologist, psychiatrist show. His name's Phil. And she says she was a special education teacher, I think, and had her master's degree, not her doctorate, not her PhD, but her master's degree in special education, and her husband had the same. And whatever they were making a year, just guess probably what a special ed teacher makes, special education, 40 to 50, maybe 60,000 a year, depending where you live. Now it's more in California probably, and less in, like, say, Missouri. And she said she got on and was talking to people about different things, fashion, and I guess all kinds of things, because I didn't watch the whole thing to know what. I guess it's going to be on the show, on the psychiatric psychologist show, and he's going to talk about how content, they're millionaires now. They're retiring, I guess, after doing this for, 5-6 years, they're millionaires, or maybe billionaires even. You have to have views to have the commercials or the sponsoring or the Patreons or whatever sending you money to do this. So sex sells, because she is gorgeous. This woman is gorgeous. But she was teaching kids, which is, in my opinion, I wanted to be elementary education teacher. Like I said on one of my other videos, I mentioned that I wanted to be elementary education. I wanted to teach like up to 5th grade. And then my sister-in-law went and got her degree, and I think she has now her master's, but not her PhD, not her doctorate in elementary education, or just education. Some people go and get up to the 12 years. They have the high school, middle school, junior high, and elementary. And that's fine too, and that's what I wanted to do. But money ran out, plus age. I'm 65 now. So, I don't have that young where I could model bathing suits at the beach and have views. And this woman and her husband, but she did most of the talking about it. She's gorgeous, like I said. But she wears bathing suits and model stuff. She showed a 2-piece that was really, I think, like animal skin look. And it probably showed a lot of flesh. But she said she went, when she started, she talked about the money she made, the monetization or money or whatever from whatever sponsors they had or she had when they first started. I don't know exactly what that was. But she said she went and made what she made in a year teaching special education. She made that amount that she made in 1 year in 2 months. So now they're retiring. I don't know how many years they've been doing it, but not 30, that's for sure. They're retiring, and they are multimillionaire. I don't know about billionaire, but, sex sells. Sex sells. I like to dance. I like to talk about Jesus. I like to talk about the Bible. In fact, my show, Allowed to Talk, I like to talk about a lot of different topics. even narcissistic personality disorder, which you have to be diagnosed to have, and the cluster A, cluster Bs, and cluster Cs, and the different psychological things that can be wrong. But yeah, I'm jealous. I am. I admit I'm jealous, which is wrong. It's a sin to be that green monster, jealousy. That she was given a great body and personality too, but she's gorgeous and she can do that and earn money. I don't want to make millions or billions. I just want a couple extra thousand, even a year, just to do things, travel with our camper and do things, because we're both on Social Security. That's all we have, my husband and I. I'm not trying to get pity or someone to give me some money, although if the Musk guy, what's his name, Elon Musk, would want to give me a couple $100,000, I'd be willing to take a gift for Christmas and pay tax on it or whatever I have to do. Right, Abby? Like I said, we're selling this house and paying off all our loans except our car. We still owe $30,000 on our Kia, our SUV Kia, all-wheel drive to pull our camper. We owe a lot on the camper, a lot on all other things, our bed, our Sleep Number bed, so that's all going to be paid off, and we might leave with about $7,000 to $10,000 to use to travel. And then we both get Social Security. He gets $2,000 a month, I get $1,000 a month, so $3,000 a month is what we have to live on, which is rich to me. That's a lot more than third world countries have to live on. They're lucky if they have food every day and a shelter to live in and clothing to wear, that they don't have to wear the same outfit every day like a lot of people. Like I did in the summer when I was a kid, just because of laundry not being done. But that's another whole video there with 10 kids. My mom was working full time and drained. My dad was physically fed up with kids. Not saying he hated us, but he was like old and tired. He was 50 when I was born, so I'm sorry, he was 49, turned 50 after I was born. Next August. I was born January. My dad was 49. And he turned 50 in August. But after having 9 other kids, and my mom lost 2, so she was probably a mental mess right then. There, and it wasn't intentional, but no, I'm not going to say anything else. But anyway, sex sells. Sex sells. I love dancing, singing. I'm a jack of all trades, master of none, because I sing like 3 out of 10, and my dancing might be 5 out of 10. It's not great. And I like talking, so I thought, I wasn't allowed to talk as a kid, so I thought I'd do this show. And I see people like that do the parks in Florida and California, and they travel around and do like parks in Missouri and Pennsylvania and things like that, amusement parks and all kinds of things. And I'm interested. I am a YouTuber who watches a lot of videos. So without us watching the commercials that we're interested in and not clicking to skip ad, that's how they're making the money. They need people that are viewing. So I love vlogging, but I just wanted to talk about that and how sex sells. And it's a shame that this world is broken, and we all need Jesus, and we all need salvation, and we all need to follow, like I was talking about in my video before this, the golden rule. I remembered it. To do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Now, when you get that content where you're making $80,000 every 2 months or more, you're going to be like a Hollywood star, and you have to say hi to people, and you might not feel like it some days, so you might have to stay home and not go out on the beach in your bikini showing your goods, what you have. And yeah, I'm making fun, but I am jealous. No doubt about it. Not that she has that body. That they're making enough to retire in a few years and be millionaires or billionaires even. I'm not sure of that. But I'm just saying it's true. If you want to check on the whatever TV log you have, what the show's coming up for Phil. He's a psychiatrist, I think. Maybe he's a psychologist. But it's just unreal. I'm not going to cry about it or stomp my feet like a child or kick and bawl and holler. But it's just that sex sells. And I bet more people will click on this. They might not watch the whole video because of the title I'm going to use, which is Sex Sells. And the truth is it does. We're a fallen, broken world. And we need Jesus, and we need to follow the laws of the land and not have people who are narcissistic. They have a personality that is disordered because they don't have any empathy or care. They don't care about the individual person. They just care about the numbers. Bring them in, bring them in, bring them in. More votes for us because they'll vote for us because we're bringing them in. So we can stay in power and be money mongers and in power. And then we're going to make you fall as a country. And then we're going to say, here we are to rescue you. And I say to God, help us through this. And then you read Revelation and you know what's coming because God speaks the truth. Of course he does. And he was disappointed with us and sorry he made us. But he made us for his good pleasure and he loves us. And even Satan, who was one of the angels, thought he was better than God. And he took a third of them, angels, messengers, with him. There's probably millions of angels. I don't know how many, thousands, when the multitude came to tell about Jesus to the shepherds. And there was a multitude of angels telling them about first there was one, then multitude, saying glory to God in the highest and peace on earth, goodwill to men. Talking about what's coming for us to help us because we've been through wars. We've been through World War I, World War II. They tried the Tower of Babel to get up to God because the small g gods think they are as good as God. They're just as bad as Satan. So yeah, sex sells, and Sodom and Gomorrah, you know about that if you read the Bible. If you don't read the Bible, Sodom and Gomorrah. And when Lot asked if there was 10, we started with more. Was it 50? Anyway, if there's even this many righteous. But no, they wanted the angels and not even the virgins of the city. And we're getting there. I think we are there. And I thought I knew a lot, but I don't know a lot about sin and evil and how bad and what corruption. Like I see someone's eyes that's in Congress. And his shifty eyes. Thinking up lies and hiding behind lies and deceiving people and making them believe things that aren't true because they trust him. Satan's roaming to and fro, setting up things. But you have to do it. He doesn't force you to do it. You have to. This devil doesn't make you do it. Like Flip Wilson used to say, the devil made me do it. No, he doesn't make you do it, but he can set it up and make it look real good. And then you choose what you're going to do. But God provides the way out of any temptation, of anything that you're tempted by. And yes, we're all capable of any sin, but we who love the Lord and have in our heart Jesus in our heart and our soul goes on, but the tent that's flesh has to die. And that woman who's making millions now and can retire because she's gorgeous and used to be a special education teacher, has to decide if that's okay. And I'm pretty sure she thinks it is okay. And God gave her that body. She's blessed with that. So if she wants to use it for making a better income, that's up to her. She has free will. God gave us free will. We can choose whether to do what we do or not do. Did I just say a lot of mumble jumble? Yes. I am allowed to talk. And you're allowed to talk, and it's in this country, the United States of America, it is free speech. But don't tell lies. Free to lie. The 10 Commandments say 10 Commandments. One of them is thou shalt not lie. One thing God hates out of the 6 things, and the 7th is an abomination, is he hates a lying tongue. So haughty eyes, and all these leaders with their haughty looks and thinking they're right, and they make up stories as they go. And yes, sex sells. I just want to do videos like show the places I go when we're traveling. So I look forward to doing that. And I hope you're having a wonderful day and just keep dancing.